Hello, this is Lisa Phillips and welcome to AffordableRealEstateInvestments.com. It's where I give you an honest and practical guide to real estate investing at a price you can afford. I hope you like the scenery. I wasn't at my apartment, my little dumpy apartment in the Arlington, D.C. area, but I really wanted to make sure I got these videos done, so I just went in the backyard of where I was staying. It's actually really pretty, so... It's down here in Charlottesville, Virginia, which is a place I'm looking to move. So this is what it's like down here in this little tiny town of 43,000. And so first of all, these are audience questions, as I mentioned. So if you read in the show notes, you can see I give a little description of the types of questions that are answered before I even start, so you know whether or not you want to view the video or whether you pass, which I'm okay with. Time is money, right? You can't spend all your time listening to me if it's something that doesn't interest you. So before I get into that, just a few updates. My mentees are doing great. I'm keeping in contact with them, and I have a new forum where I answer questions as I can about credit and financing or innovation help. So that's really doing well. So I like that one-on-one program. I'm actually going to list it on the site that you can work with me. It's a small fee. The fee is small enough where I feel justified like taking time out of my blog, my real estate, and my full-time life and my family life to give to you, but it's also enough where you should feel comfortable giving it to me and getting the value you want. And I've had really good references, so I'm extremely happy with my work there. Okay, so I'll be at the REI Expo May 17th through 18th in DC. I'm going to be speaking. The title of my workshop will be Cheap Houses, Not Cheap Homes, and talk about just because I'm buying in low-income neighborhoods doesn't mean that I slack off in any way, shape, or form, and there are benefits because you put your best into it regardless of where it's at or how much you purchase the price for. So that will also be coming up, and I'd love to get a chance to meet all of you guys. And like I said, doing an interview with the president of the REI Expo was really, really nice as well. You know, you got to be honored when someone who is dealing with people worth millions of dollars, they'll take the time, because I have, you know, a few rental properties, and you know, I just have a talent for really explaining the ins and out of real estate investing for new investors. So I'm really happy that they're opening their minds to different people, different ideas, different economic categories, if they're providing content you want to hear. So, and thank you all for coming along. I, of course, always love my audience members. You guys are a little crazy sometimes on the emails you send me. And some of the emails are really long and like paragraphs length, but you know what? You know what I say when I see that? I go, you're excited. You're excited. So I'll read those emails, but bear with me if it takes some time to get back to you today. The first question I got was interesting. It was, would you be my mentor and do a walkthrough on my first two properties? I open that up to the people I do mentorship with, especially if we're in the same area. So yes, I can. It's one of the premium, like, one-on-one projects. It doesn't necessarily cost extravagance. To me, I think it's relatively small, especially what you can, but it's one of the things I do offer just to help you out, because sometimes you just want someone there, and I've been there, and I know what I'm looking for. You know, you just get better at this each time you do it. So yes, that can happen. It's a premium product. But also, as I mentioned before, I'll be debuting at the May 17th and 18th REI Expo. I did a video walkthrough. It's a DVD where I walk through homes and I show you exactly how to analyze, how to vet. I put a lot of content. It's written, it's verbal, it's everything in there. I think you'll highly, highly appreciate it. So I do that as well, because I do know that that's something that you just need help with sometimes, and that's okay. I needed help. And I'm giving you what I wish someone would have given me. And it's full of good content, and it's actual, and I'm pointing out flaws, and I'm going close-ups in houses, and giving you insights on what I found to be true. So yes, it's possible. Contact me. You can send me an email at lisaphillipsrei@gmail.com. And how long before you invested in my first rental property? That was a question one of the audience members had. I thought that was interesting, and mind you, I answer all questions, so even if it's not of interest to you, I'm going to still answer. Why not, right? It's a little convoluted. The first property that I owned in Vegas that foreclosed in 3 years ago, that one I purchased for myself, and then I got laid off, and then I had to move. So that became a rental property. I didn't plan on it, but I was like, that's a big mortgage to be making for an overpriced house, so I had to rent it out. So I don't really count that as it. I had property management, but I seriously was tossing back like $800 or $900 a month just to stay current. Because, you know, I didn't want it. I tried my best, but I was in another city too. And then my next property, I was also, I purchased this, then 10 days later I was unemployed again. And that one, I had a bit of money saved up to do rental, so I did a lot of DIY, just with a little bit that I had to fix it up. And then that became a rental towards the end when I was like, hey, you know, I need unemployment benefits run out. And so I was like, oh shoot, you know, I have to get this place rented. And then I rented out for $650 a month. But since I purchased the property for $35K, that covered the mortgage, the homeowners association fee, and all my utilities for like cable, electricity. So that's when I really was like, oh my gosh, real estate is amazing. But then when I went to Baltimore, I was more strategic. I had just moved to DC because I got a job, and no firing yet. So knock on wood, no layoffs, no nothing. So doing good there. Knock on wood to keep that going. And that was when I got very much more strategic, not falling into it. I was like, no, I know I can buy cheap properties. And I looked and I did a 50-mile radius around DC. Baltimore had like thousands of houses that were cheap. And I went up there and was betting, you know, I was like, this neighborhood's fine, this one I will not go to, this one's okay, this one's terrible. And I was able to do that first rental property more strategically. So, so I fell into it, but once I fell into it and I survived with it, that's when I went ahead and was like more strategic. So sometimes you just fall into it, but get the bug, and it's just something you find out you have an affinity for, mathematically, affinity for fixing it up. And real estate investing for me hits all of those triggers for me that just resonate. Like every single one is a challenge I love adapting to and coming out on top of. So that's how I got into it. And I have a feeling a lot of you guys have that same bug that I have. It's a sickness. So someone was saying, how do you complete an as-is contract as a buyer or seller? It's simple. You just add in an addendum saying that you're selling it as is. You're just going to add that to the contract. It's either already written there or you're going to add it as an addendum to the back of a contract. And you're going to make sure you put that in your descriptions and everything so that it's very clear that that's what you're doing. Just keep in mind that when it comes to financing, if someone's a cash buyer, it's not a big deal because they're taking on the risk. But when someone has a mortgage and they're trying to purchase your house that is sold as is, well, this is what can happen. If there's like a problem, if the appraiser comes and he sees that, you know, it's fine, but you need to fix this and this, or if it's FHA financing or whatnot, if they see that there's problems, some problems, they will not let you, the mortgager that you might have gone with, will not purchase the property if there are serious conditions on the premise that need to be fixed. So they'll come back and go, the seller needs to fix this, otherwise we won't grant a mortgage for this property. So as is great with cash buyers, but remember that it can take out potential buyers who are using mortgage and conventional financing because of lenders' willingness to lend to something that might not be in top shape. You don't find that out really until the appraisal is done, but something to keep in mind that if you want to be careful about. So, how to find a good property management when you can't do REI Club or live abroad. I've had to do this too. All of my properties are not where I live. They're all 45 minutes to 6 hours away at this moment. And I love NARPM. I've said this before in my other previous ones, but if you haven't seen it, it's okay. I'll still repeat it. NARPM, that's the National Association of Residential Property Managers. I got my most recent property manager through them, and they were great. The one I got in Virginia, I got through Better Business Bureau. Anyone who had like A+ credit or A+ rating with them, I didn't look at anyone with less than that. So, and she's wonderful. I can always give you her information if you need it. But I emailed them like 10 people I found on NARPM for Baltimore, a list of 10 questions, and I have a video. It's video 30, how to find a property manager. Please go back and look at that. You can do a search and just put 0030, then the rest will pop up, you know, how to search for a property manager. And the good thing about that is I put those 10 questions that I sent out, and I put exactly why I asked those questions, why they're important, and what answer I'm looking for, and what my experiences were in the past that make me ask that question, because I don't want to go through it again. So that's it for today. For audience questions, I'm going to do another one. Thank you all for coming along with the ride and for enjoying the beautiful Charlottesville scenery. So thank you for coming along. Don't forget to check me out at the REI Expo. The president gave us some incentives to get us some discounts available on it. If you do want to purchase a ticket and you're in the area, I highly recommend it. And I'm also going to, you know, remember, if you go back to the episode I did with the interview, I have my list of things that I would suggest you guys look at as new investors. So please don't hesitate to look at that if you're interested in going, meeting me, hanging out at happy hour time. I love me a good happy hour. So it's a great way to meet people in a relaxed setting. Would look forward to meeting all of you guys who are local here, who I know are here and listen to this blog. So thank you very much. This is Lisa Phillips, AffordableRealEstateInvestments.com. It's where I give you an honest and practical guide to real estate investing at a price you can afford. So I will be speaking at the REI Expo, so you're going to hear this over the next few weeks. It's May 17th through 18th here in, sorry, I get oh, we're going to redo that. Bees. I don't like bees. They buzz around me and I can't. I've been stung, so it was years ago. But once you've been stung, you just can't get over that. But you know what? You know what I say when I see that? I go, you're excited. You're excited. So I'll read those emails. But bear with me if it takes some time to get back to you, because sometimes the videos are more important. Shoot. Dog's barking. This is Lisa Phillips, and welcome to AffordableRealEstateInvestments.com. That's where I give you an honest and practical guide to real estate investing at a price you can afford. I'm going to go through 3 houses, and I'm going to point out all the flaws and how, as a real estate investor, you're going to size up each of these properties. I'm going to show you what are warning signs, what are red flags, and what are negligible repairs that you can easily make. So today I am going to walk you through 3 different properties. I chose them about 3 days ago, all under $30,000, and all the rents in each neighborhood are $800 to $900 to $1,000 a month. So what I'm going to give you is something that I think I wish I had when I started real estate investing. I wish I had someone walk through the houses with me and tell me whether or not it's a good investment. And I wish I had someone who was there who can tell me if this is a red flag, if this is worth me purchasing the house, or if I shouldn't purchase the house, and if I should pass. And that is what I'm going to give you today. I'm going to go slowly through all the houses. I'm going to show every flaw that I think I can see, every major thing that will turn it off, and I'll tell you why it's a turn off and why you need to pass it and why you should stick with the property. So I hope you get a lot out of it. Sometimes you need a mentor to walk through with you. I want to be that mentor to help you out so you're very comfortable buying houses at this price range. And I'll give you a view of the neighborhood. I'll tell you where to look, and I'll tell you what signs you're searching for before you step foot there that'll help you make the best decision. Because in real estate, there's a lot of information that is right, but if you don't know it at the time, you don't necessarily make the right decision. So I'm trying to bring that to you. A lot of people visit my website and they're so surprised to see properties under $30,000. They're actually solid properties in a working class neighborhood that's safe for your investment, as well as safe for the people who live in that neighborhood. And not only that, at this price range, normal people can afford to start real estate investing without over leveraging themselves, or overextending themselves so much that they're so anxious about every choice that they make. It doesn't matter if you're 25, 35, 45, you can start doing this and within 10 years have a performing suite of, say, 10 rental properties that was affordable for you each year, that's giving you a return on investment, and that you can pay off. So that's what I want to show you. It's not a gimmick. It's not a foreclosure list. It's just the reality of how you look for these houses and how you determine what's a working class neighborhood and what's not. And it's available for all of us. And if my knowledge can help you have that security and confidence on getting started in real estate investing, then I've done what I'm here to do, which is empower people with the method or with systems that anyone can do on the internet for free to be able to learn how to take this this wonderful method of obtaining wealth and do it for themselves. And if I can give you that, then I've done my job. So thank you so much. This is Lisa Phillips from AffordableRealEstateInvesting.com. Good luck and happy house hunting.